In this video, activity between Traffic Parrot and an IBM MQ broker so that you can join the Traffic Parrot's IBM MQ service virtualization training ready to get started. Okay, so what we'll do is during the training we'll be following this JMS IBM MQ WebSphere MQ tutorial, and you see in here that Traffic Parrot connects to the IBM MQ broker, so we'll test that connection just now. So to do that, you'll need two things: Traffic Parrot, which you typically get from us by downloading it from the email we've sent to you, and an IBM MQ jar file. And to get the jar file, you'll go to our documentation, follow these instructions, and what I've done was just downloaded that file here. Okay. So we'll start with extracting Traffic Parrot. And once it's extracted, we'll copy this jar file into libexternal. And there's one more thing required. Go to jmsconnections.json, open that file, and you see here there's a bunch of connections to different JMS brokers defined. There's a sample one for a local Docker MQ9. Mine's running not on localhost but on 10.0.2.2. So fill in your details here: username, password, channel, queue manager name, etc. And yeah, that's it. We just start it up. The first time you're running it, there might be some antivirus scanning happening, like it is now here for me, and now it's starting up. And there we go, it started. You can open it up. So Traffic runs on by default on localhost 8080. We're going to go to JMS add edit, and we're going to add a mapping that will instruct Traffic Parrot to connect to some queues. So I know my queue manager has these queues, devq1 and devq2. Those two queue names are referring to queues that are there on my IBM MQ broker, that the one that we've just configured Traffic Parrot to connect to. You can save that, and all this tells Traffic Parrot is that it should consume messages from this queue and produce messages on this queue, response messages. We don't care about the details of the messages, etc., etc. We're just going to test that it actually can connect to those queues. So we got that mapping that we've just added, devq1, devq2. And you got to use queue names that are available on your broker actually. And go to replay, choose the local Docker MQ9, which is the one we've edited in that jmsconnections.json file. You see that mapping here that we've added, and turn it on. And there we go. So it says JMS virtual service is on. That means Traffic Parrot's consuming messages from this queue and producing responses to this queue. And how it's doing that, etc., that's going to be part of the training. But what we've done right now is successfully tested that Traffic Parrot can connect to an IBM MQ broker. Okay, so I'm going to turn this off. I'll also show you how an unsuccessful connection looks like. So let's look at an unsuccessful connection so that you see what you might observe. So let's say I change the port number to something like that, 14140, and I know there's no listeners on the port, there's nothing running on the port, so we should get a connection refused error. And let's turn that on again, wait for a second, and there we go. Traffic Parrot says that there's a problem setting up connection to this queue. We can go to logs for more details, scroll to the very bottom, and we see we get a connection refused, which is what we were expecting, and it couldn't connect to this funny port 14140. And we know that was expected. This is just to demonstrate how an unsuccessful connection would look like. What you need is a successful connection. Okay? Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the IBM MQ training. Bye bye.